What do you get when you combine a tense and deadly modern combat system, a setting where the Cold War escalated until it became as steamy as the inside of a Hot Pocket, and a great big old dollop of depression? You get the Twilight 2000 tabletop role-playing game. And while exciting might not have been the first word to cross your mind with that introduction to the game, I'd still like to try to answer the question, what is exciting about the Twilight 2000 tabletop role-playing game? Let's start with the combat. If you're looking to fulfill some heroic fantasies, you're going to be as disappointed as a raccoon trying to wash their cotton candy. In Twilight 2000, you are a regular-ass person who would really prefer staying alive. But if things go south, you can quickly be turned into Swiss cheese by bullets. A few things go a long way towards making this vibe come to life. First, you have the coolness under fire mechanic. Since your character in this game is well aware of the fact that they are just a squishy bag of blood, you'll have to roll some dice whenever you get hit, or whenever a ton of bullets are flying your way. If your coolness under fire roll fails, you become suppressed, which stinks like the satanic Asian beetle. You fall prone, suffer stress, and lose both of your actions for the upcoming turn. Essentially, your control over your character gets wrested from your grasp as your character desperately cries, "Please don't make me keep fighting, I want to live." And their cries will fall upon deaf ears as you continue throwing them into the fray like the cruel and uncaring despot you are. Even if your character is a soldier and has started to become as accustomed to getting shot at as you can get, the game will still remind you every now and then that the desire to live is extremely strong. The other major component to the deadliness of the system is the critical injuries. In this system, all you need to do to score a critical injury on an opponent is to meet or beat your weapon's crit rating. For many weapons in the system, like most shotguns, pistols, or assault rifles, you only need to roll one extra success, which isn't super uncommon. Or, with plenty of other weapons like some heavy machine guns or snipers, simply hitting without any damage reduction being applied is enough to crit. For unimportant NPCs in the system, at the Game Master's discretion and for the sake of streamlined bookkeeping, this means instant death. And for your characters, it means a spooky roll on a critical injury table corresponding to where your character got shot. Of the 40 different critical injuries your character could suffer, 2 are instantly lethal. 19 will require medical attention or they will get around to killing you at their leisure, and 19 are non-lethal. But all of them have some kind of debilitating effect on your character until treated. Some are permanent even if you get medical treatment, such as the case if you have an eye, arm, or leg violently detached. This critical hit system really highlights the importance of armor and taking cover. Even if you're still taking some damage when you get hit, it's pretty likely that if you can mitigate the damage even by just 1, you will often just take a point or 2 of damage rather than getting critically hit. You can bet I was pretty pleased with the armor system when one of my characters got their helmet shot off and destroyed, rather than painting their squad mate's uniform with the insides of their cranium. There's plenty of other mechanical systems in the game for traveling, making camp, using vehicles, scavenging, and so on. They work well, but they're not at the heart of what makes this game exciting to me. Next up, let's talk about the tone of the game. It wouldn't be totally unfair to nickname the game Depression Simulator 2000. Its tone is as dark as squid ink with the lights turned off, and unfortunately, perhaps the setting is working against the popularity of the game. With the war in Ukraine going on at the moment, a setting where the Cold War got way too hot way too quick, like the exterior of microwaved leftovers, could perhaps be unpalatable in this social climate. If that truly is the case, I hope at a later date the system can rebound from that hiccup, because I think it deserves more recognition. The tone of the setting is communicated through the GM guide, where they cover the setting in depth, but also through the encounter deck, which I enjoyed much like I hate those damn Asian beetles. Thoroughly. It's a deck of 52 cards with custom events printed on them. It is also an important tool for following the solo play rules for the system, which I'm glad are included, and I hope more systems will implement. Even if you aren't interested in playing through an entire solo campaign, they're a really great way to learn the rules of the game. Anyway, the encounters featured in that deck provide the scaffolding of a dark setting. Some encounters I had in my time playing included an old man who lost everyone close to him, a roving band of dangerous soldiers, and a group of freshly orphaned children. Fun, happy times are not awaiting you when you draw from the encounter deck. While Twilight 2000's setting is quite grim, it isn't full-blown grim dark. This means there's still hope to be found, which is a very important distinction. But in other settings, sometimes hope feels like a candle burning in a well-lit room. It might smell nice or add some ambiance, but if it were to go out, there's plenty of other lights around. But this is what is so brilliant about Twilight 2000's setting. By eliminating so much light from the world, that one little candle you hold, it means everything. and it burns so bright in contrast to the darkness around it. It makes the things you do to preserve that hope feel so deeply important and impactful, even if it's just in the little things you do. And that is what is most exciting about the Twilight 2000 tabletop role-playing game. Thanks for your time. Bye.